not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And today we're going to tread in familiar territory, but I would say more of an obtuse angle. Now we're going into these, derogatory terms, for the black commonwealth. Nigger, Negro, Coon, Negro bed, Wench, and so forth. and I stated this before. All the terms, the put downs that white people call us, that we consider offensive. How offensive can it be, when we turn around and we use it on each other? Now, as far as the word nigger. Now, I understand why blacks use it. It's like that term, people say that, this person called me a motherfucker so much that I'm beginning to think it's my name. So hence, black people have been called nigger so much that, we just adapted to it. And that's just an, it shows you the benchmark of people who have, lost, whatever culture they had, before colonialism and so forth. The word nigger was used in constant, it was used in popular literature and so forth because it wasn't deemed an offensive word. And I've stated this before that, you had the term a nigger in the haystack or a nigger in a woodpile means, something's fishy going on. And, you had stuff like nigger hairs, cigarettes. And a friend, just shared a picture on Facebook. It's called nigger chocolate pudding. In Japan, there's this chocolate pudding that's nigger chocolate pudding. If I can, I'll put the picture up there. And it's and they're spelling nigger with N-I-G-G-A, nigga. So are you offended by that? Even though they took it's nigga, not nigger. And that's really another stupid notion. Like, oh, there's a difference. No, It's like somebody saying digger and digger. If somebody came and said, well, I'm a grave digger, and another person said, hey, I'm a grave digger, I'm like, still, it's ebonics, or I would say dialect, because sometimes people in the South also get rid of that ER and so forth. So, and people have said, like, if we use it as a term of endearment, when black people get mad at each other, they're gonna still use that word. They're gonna be like, get out my face, nigger. So what you looking at, nigger? And so forth. So yeah, it's very perplexing when you think about it. But it's just been engraved in our psyche, and I understand that hip hop. Hip hop has given that word. I'm like, as long as it's being used in music, I'm like, it's good. It's going to be hard to get rid of it, because music has a hypnotic effect and so forth. Now, one thing that I can consider completely ridiculous and audacious is the fact when black people tries to use that word on white people. Have you ever seen a black person call a white person a nigger, or call him a snow nigger? I'm like, because the thing is, if you call a white person a nigger, snow nigger, an albino nigger, you still recognize that term. You still give it power to that word, and you still recognize that it's a derogatory term. So therefore, a white person can turn around and know that that word, has gotten under your skin so bad that you're going to try to use it against them. No, it doesn't work that way, and so forth. Because the word nigger, the N, just the letters in it, nigger, Niger, the river Niger, Nigeria, Negro. So you see that there's words that sort of sound similar where that word deviated from and so forth. So yeah, I can't stand, I can't even, I hate it when people call white people snow niggers. Okay, now we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk. What about the word coon? You know, coon. I tell you this right now, I am all cooned out. Matter of fact, we should have a burial for the word coon. You know, I'm sick of hearing that fucking word. You know, and we know that and I did about 3 videos on this word and where it originated from. You know, originated from the you know what I'm saying, white people call it all blacks coon. You know, I think there's rumors saying it came from a raccoon, the animal, because the raccoon is nocturnal. It's considered to have very I would say disgusting habits. You know, I'm like, they're pests. They're like rats that climb trees. If you know, I remember in an old house I used to live in, we had raccoons inside of our attic, and then we used to, you know, I used to take roach bombs and I used to toss it up in the attic to drive the raccoons out, but they'll eventually come in, and then you hear them fighting or whatever, and then you constantly see raccoons running under sewer drains, and they'll get inside your trash. You know what I'm saying? They're pests or whatever. Then they say, well, a coon is a black person who just makes a fool out of himself, you know what I mean, in front of white people and so forth. Then they changed it again and they say, well, a coon represents a traitor, a black man who's a traitor. Now, let's go into the movie Bamboozled, because they use that word in that movie, coon. But coon was, you know, you had an Uncle Tom and a coon. You know, Damon Wayans' character, who Pierre Delacroix, he was considered an Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? He was educated, well dressed, but you know what I'm saying, he just didn't identify with black. I don't know, his character's a mixed bag because he kind of did, but you know what I'm saying, he walked uptight. So, but you know what I'm saying, the characters of the show, Sleep and Eat, they were considered coons because they acted like complete buffoons, you know. But now we just use that word coon. Like for instance, I was watching that Nigger with tattoos, or the revolutionary with tattoos, or the YouTube revolutionary with tattoos. He said that black women that wore hair weave are coons. That's what. After he said this, I stopped listening to him, because that is the most. That's the most ridiculous statement I ever heard on YouTube. Black females that wear weave are coons. I'm like, well, what's... As I said, this word is just being spewed. It's like people don't know any other words. Like they just, you know what I mean? And they go crazy with it. And this shows, and a lot of people use it just for a lack of imagination. And I've stated this before, that there were words that we used to call these sellouts and so forth, and these we had our own words for them. You know what I mean? Bootlickers, snowflakes, and but you know what I'm saying, we take what white people say about us, and then we even really, what we're doing, we're giving it more power. See, the thing is, no matter what type of word, you know what I mean, that we call white people, you know what I'm saying, it's a word that's supposed to, you know, a degrading term or whatever, we call them white devils, you know what I'm saying, shade whitey, pink toes, cave beast. You know, white people don't call each other that. You'll never see 2 white dudes and the white dude said, oh, that's a cave beast over there. And so even with white people that they don't like, you know, white people don't call each other white devils or whatever term that we made up for them. You know, they're not going to call each other that. You know, one thing white people do, you know what I'm saying, white people have been running around using the word nigger, calling themselves nigger. You know, these hip-hop white boys and so forth. So yeah, so we're turning around. We're just going to we're giving these words power. Now I'm going to go into the term, another term that I completely despise, is a Negro bed wench. You know, and this was a term that whites called a lot of black women. You know what I mean? They just call them wenches. You know, and so forth. You know, it's black wench, and you know, they slept with them. So a lot of, and you know, we call it black women that sleep around with white men. You know, she's a Negro bed wench. But you know what white people call white women that sleep with black men? They call them nigger lover. Now, let's ponder on that for a second. You got Negro bed wench and you got nigger lover. You know, I'm like, if the white man calls the black female a wench or whatever, and we turn around and call the black female a wench, you know, the white man will only, you know what I'm saying, cackle at that. You know what I'm saying? He'll crack a smile. You know? You see what I mean? But the term nigger lover, not only is he insulting this white woman, you know what I'm saying, consider her a traitor or whatever, but he's also insulting black people because, you know what I'm saying, the word nigger, you know, nigger lover. If you say Negro bed wench, you're not insulting the white man. It's almost like you're giving him props, you know. And he called, you know what I'm saying, he called all black women wenches, you know what I mean? Not just one, whether he forced a black woman to lay down in the bed with him, or she, you know what I'm saying, or she did it off her own free will, you know, he called them bed wenches and so forth. So yeah, it doesn't make you more intelligent if you simply use those terms. And you know, I remember back in the days when a black man who would sleep and chase after white women, he's automatically considered a sellout, a traitor, a turncoat, and so forth. But now it's cool. Now we've allowed, it's like people are saying white women are our best option. You know, and I'm going to counter that. And that's a topic for another video. Because, you know, most black females that I came across were somewhat honest with me. They let me know where they stand. Even if they were materialistic and so forth. You know what I'm saying? They kind of let me know. But that's a topic for another video. And we all know that white women are very deceptive. Matter of fact, even Tommy Sotomayor made a video way back in the days and talked about white women are snakes. You know, we know how white women like to put on, you know what I'm saying, a cascade display, turn on them waterfalls when they get in trouble so they can use their little white cuteness to, you know what I'm saying, get them out of a sticky situation. You know what I'm saying, to get them out of a tar baby, so to say. This is another term, you know what I'm saying, that black people get from whites, but black people misconstrue, was the concept of a tar baby, which I've mentioned this in other videos. There should be no reason why a black person should insult another black person due to the complexion of his skin and call him a tar baby. Now, the term tar baby comes from the story of Briar Rabbit. And most people may know Briar Rabbit from the Song of the South. You know what I'm saying? A very racist Disney presentation, a Disney cartoon slash musical or whatever the fuck it was. And but the story of Briar Rabbit originally comes from Africa. It's an African fable, African proverb or whatever. And tar baby means a sticky situation. You know, the Briar Rabbit was he came across a doll made out of turpentine, and when the more he fought, the more entangled, you know, he got into it. This is why when Michelle Bachmann, you know what I'm saying, when it was talking about Obama, she mentioned that, you know, it's a tar baby, and she was talking about men in a sticky situation. Maybe she was trying to be somewhat insidious. Now, she know that people was going to get it misconstrued, but that's what tar baby meant. And so then when you see blacks, especially in this corner of YouTube, calling another black, you dark-skinned tar baby, you sound fucking ridiculous. And I tell people that, okay, you can say we switched up these terms, but we have to know where they come from or whatever. But most blacks don't want to be, well, people in this corner don't want to be educated, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to listen to my pearls of wisdoms. They're going to simply use it because everybody else has been using it, and hence why, you know what I'm saying, go against the grain and so forth. So you know what I'm saying, and now going back into the word nigger, and the thing is, you know, And some people have said that, oh, it's a term to call an ignorant person. No, there's plenty of there's plenty of definitions of an ignorant person, like ignoramus, moron, you know what I'm saying, a blockhead, and so forth. But when you see blacks acting ghetto, you know what I mean, you just want to say that word. You know what I mean? This is some nigger shit, you know, all sorts of niggerdom. So therefore, the whole concept of it being a term of endearment simply just, you know what I'm saying, it collapsed under its own weight and so forth. That's all I want to say. Thanks for watching, and sally forth.